people, sit erect. Recording के बटन पे कुछ. Everyone, sit erect. Can you please tell me good morning? दे उसको एक फटका. उसको फटका दे एक. हाँ. हाँ देना फटका एक. हाँ. अभी everyone again, once again. Let's say good morning to each other. Good morning, sir. Good morning, मेरे रसगुल्ल. कितना ज़बरदस्त है ना. The time has changed. Sir has to come and request. चलो, tell me good morning. So wrong. And can I have your ID card, please? Smile. There cannot be a better ID card than that, right? So keep smiling. So the way you smiled on your ID card, similarly. All right? So everyone, I wish you all the best, all the success. With this beautiful thought, let's go ahead and start talking about what was the homework yesterday. Achha, 5 questions. So you are making me feel guilty for that. So I'm not gonna feel that, okay? So how many of you have done that? How many of you have not done that? कुठे गेली? Better. Thank you so much. You will pass that exam? Which level? First level. Hey, like, MD. First level, my daughter cleared 3, na? So I thought you must be in somewhere 7th, 8th, 9th level, whatever. Arangetram, क्या होता है वो? तुमको भी क्या? But exams were over, right? So you are doing with which institute? So private class, which institute? But where are you giving exams? मी काय विचारतोय, तू काय बोलती है? कौन सी इंस्टीट्यूट एग्जाम लेगी? सो मतलब महाराष्ट्र, इंडिया. हाँ, सो व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट? भास्कर कुछ है ना? चल छोड़, तुझे भी नहीं पता, मुझे समझ में. हाँ तेन, हाँ बता. सो एवरीवन प्लीज बी देयर. विच ऑल क्वेश्चंस वर होमवर्क? So first come down to the question number 14. Huh? I'm not sure that is the name of the institute. 14. I think was very easy question. Can you send me the PDF in case online live can send me, or else I'll read the answer. कान में बाली. हाँ. So this has to be done with which method? No, this will happen only with the balance method, right? You cannot use any other method. क्या है क्या solve? हाँ देखा ना फिर. You can send me the PDF so that we can check it. Where is the foundation batch? ग्रुप नहीं मिल रहा है मुझे. I don't know. All right, capital will have which balance? Credit balance. So it would be how much? 1 lakh. Sales will be on the credit side 1,66,000. Purchases will be on the debit side 1,50,000. Sales return will be on the debit side 1,000. Discount allowed will be 2,000 on the debit side. Expenses 10,000 will be on the debit side. Trade receivable 75,000 on the debit side. Trade payable 25,000 on the credit side. Investment 15,000 on the debit side. Cash at bank and in hand on the debit side. Interest received on investment 1,500 on credit side. And boys and girls, insurance paid 2,500. So that way the trial balance tallies at 2,92,500. Do you all agree? Yes. So this answer is right. Question number 14. What is the next question? 15. You mean 15? Okay. So come down to the question number 15. Oh, ये तो मैंने ही सॉल्व करके भेजा था. So 5454 was the tally figure. Do you want me to solve it? I mean discuss it again. Damn easy. Okay, next question. 26. Very good बेटा, ऊपर से फेंक. All right, in 26 you are asked to create a trial balance. So 26 is here. Capital will be 1,40,000 credit side. Discount allowed 1,200 on the debit side. Carriage outward on the debit side 2,300. Return inward debit side 300. Rent and taxes debit side 1,200. Opening stock 15,500 debit side. Sundry creditors 12,000 credit side. Commission received credit side. Cash at bank debit side. Closing stock you will not take, okay? Either, I mean you will take opening stock. Purchases debit side. Carriage inward debit side. Sales credit side. Return outward credit side. Plant and machinery debit side. Debtors debit side. Investment debit side. Cash in hand debit side. Motorcycle debit side. Trial balance tallies with 2,14,500. 2,14,500. Is that okay? Yes sir. ये ग्रुप में मीडिया ऑन करना रे. हाँ हो गया हो गया. अरे मीडिया ऑन करा ना, मेरे को एडमिन नहीं बनाई इसमें. क्या मेरी दलील कर दिया मेरे को? देवा मेरे को एडमिन नहीं है मम्मी. झंडू वो मीडिया ऑन करो उसका. ऑलराइट, सो कितने पे टैली हुआ? 2,14,500. व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन? 33. This was a small question, you see. The first entry, X started business with capital. The entry is what? Cash to capital. Then he purchased goods from Y. Purchased to Y. He paid cash to Y. Y to cash. He sold goods to Z. Z to sales. He received cash from Z. Cash to Z. He further purchased goods from Y. Purchased to Y. He paid cash to Y. Y to cash. He further sold goods to Z. Z to sales. He received cash from Z. Cash to Z. देखते अच्छा हो आप. Cash account. What is the closing balance? Cash account. What is the closing balance? 24,000. You have written it on the credit side. Buy balance carried down 24,000. छोरी मास्क पहन ले, कोरोना हो जाएगा. Capital account. तुझे ही बोल रहा हूँ ना, like capital account. What is the amount? 20,000. Which side you have written? Debit side. To balance carried down. Say yes. Then purchases. आवाज नहीं आती. तुम 8,000 बोल रहे. So buy balance carried down 8,000. Yes or no? Nandini and everyone, please send me PDF. I cannot open image here. PDF भेजो. Buy balance carried down how much? 8,000. Then Y account. To balance carried down 4,000. And sales account. To balance carried down 8,000. ऑन डेबिट साइड. टू बोला तो डेबिट साइड हुआ ना सर? नहीं, अगली बार से मैं बोलूंगा. आई एम सॉरी. जेड अकाउंट नो बैलेंस. इट टैलीज. डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट टैलीज 8,000 8,000. इसका ट्रायल बैलेंस बनाया, कितने में टैली हुआ? अच्छा, तूने टोटल मेथड से बनाया. हाँ कोई बात नहीं, लव यू. तो तुम्हारे कितने से टैली हुआ? 32,000. ये भाई साहब ने टोटल मेथड से बनाया. इनका टैली हुआ 48,000 से. हुआ होगा. अभी तक का तो कोई गलत किया नहीं इन्होंने. राइट, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 34. 33 में कोई डिस्कशन की जरूरत? इजी है रे, इट वॉज वेरी इजी. 34. सस्पेंस अकाउंट का बैलेंस कितना है? 1175. That's absolutely right. Debit side ki credit side? Debit side 1175 is the balance of suspense account. This is the only account which from the trial balance gets into what? Ledger. Do you all agree? Yes. So lovely people, let me show you something. मिलो जो तुमको दिल घबराए. कहाँ है? क्या बोलते हैं? मिलो तो तुमको दिल घबराए, मिलो तो हमें क्या हो गया है. So now can you see, this is question number 14, 15 which is solved, and then 26, then 34, and how did you tally? Nalayak, we need to write down Nalayak. So this is a very big plus point of the face-to-face class, huh? Nalayak, very suspense account. This is a plus point of face-to-face class. Anyone has committed any mistake here? The point is, as long as you will do the homework, as long as you will continue working, you will pass. And in case you are relaxed and all, because when I see the presentation which this guy has done and this guy has done, उसको डर नहीं है मेरा, क्योंकि घर पर बैठा है ना, उसको पता है सर कुछ नहीं उखाड़ सकते, which is fact. But then when this guy writes the answer, it is lots more better than what he has written. So I am not trying to demean you or make you feel little less uncomfortable or so. But the fact is you have not written it properly the way it should be written. Journal entry is done, then he has made the accounts. Purchase का spelling wrong है. सर तुम्हारी spelling हम नहीं देखते, तुम हमारी कई को देखते हैं. The trial balance is 48,000 or this? Total method से दोनों का अलग अलग कैसे टैली हो रहा है? Cash 28,000. Cash is wrong. अरे नलायक नलायक नलायक. अरे एक बैलेंस लिया है, कैश अकाउंट इज बैलेंस एंड देन कैपिटल इज बैलेंस. ये इधर दोनों तरफ कैसे आया? माकड़. कैसा करते रहे? तो मैंने ऐसे सिखाया क्या? आई सेड इधर यू टेक द बैलेंस, इधर यू टेक द टोटल. यस और नो? ये इधर दो देखते हैं, मैं डर गया. गलत है आंसर. लियो शेट, नाम क्या है आपका? संकल्प के लिए एक बार ताली पीटेंगे सब लोग. हे माकड़, टाळे वाजव. पायानं वाजवत होता का? Shall we go ahead now? It's time that we now understand few more stuff with you people. Today you are going to shout on me again. Okay, so I'm going to teach you something really great today. So whatever is the closing balance, what do we do with that balance? We carry forward. So beta ji, when I say cash in hand, so cash in hand will have which balance? So can I not say cash in hand will have a debit balance? So when I am saying I did a closing balance of cash in hand, I wrote by balance carried down. This is a closing balance. Okay. Then I must have closed the account. Then I do what? I bring it forward. So I write down to balance, brought down, and the same balance comes ahead in the next year, in the next period. Do you all agree? So now generally in the exam they will not ask you all this stuff. They will directly ask you, give me cash in hand, and they will give you the balance of cash. So cash in hand, whenever you are going to write down the opening balance, it will be on the debit side. How do you recognize? Cash has got which balance? Debit balance. Opening balance, debit side. Closing balance, credit side. Sundry creditors, what is the balance? Credit balance. Opening balance, credit side. Closing balance, debit side. So in question number 9th. Are we ready? So read it. Prepare ledger account on the basis of the following transaction in the books of trader. Debit balance on 1st Jan 2020. You have got the first debit balance, cash in hand. What are we going to do? Cash account I am going to create. This is the opening balance as on 1st Jan. Yes or no? Yes. So 31st December they closed it, and now on 1st Jan I am carry forwarding it. So I am going to write it on the debit side to balance brought down. Have you all understood it is the opening balance? Yes or no? Yes. Again, cash at bank, which side? Now inventory of goods, which side? Building. Trade receivable mein you have got a breakup. Vijay, which side? Debit side. Madhu, which side? Similarly, you have got something called as credit balance, trade payable. Anand, which side? Credit side. Capital. Okay, now what I have to do is, I have to make the entry of this. So my first entry was cash discount to Vijay. Do we record trade discount? No. Do we record cash discount? Yes. So my entry is cash discount to what? Vijay. So in the cash account debit side, discount account debit side, Vijay account credit side. Do you all agree? मेरे को नहीं समझा, तुम बात ही नहीं कर रहे मेरे से. What are we doing right now? We are understanding something as opening balance. So whatever was the closing balance of the last year will get carried forward. I said whatever is the opening balance, it will go on the side, on the same side where it belongs. As in to say, if it is a debit balance, it will go on the debit side. If it is a credit balance, it will go on the credit side. Closing balance goes on the ulta side, on the opposite side. Say yes or no? So I am going to create which all account? Cash account, cash at bank account, inventory account, building account, trade receivable mein I will create Vijay and Madhu account, and credit balance, trade payable mein I will create Anand and capital account. So are we ready for that? Yes. Chalo, let's start. In the books of, I don't know who are they. In the books of trader, I will show you through module. Do you mind if you solve it on your own? Do you mind? No. Hopeless. भालाश डालता था इधर से. Everyone's attention here. Come on. Pin drop silence. Look here. This is the plus point of being a teacher. So your LKG teacher must have also done that, right? Now the CA teacher is also doing it. So you have got cash account, okay? Now which all account you are going to create? Bank account. Yes or no? Yes. Then inventory account. Inventory is nothing but stock account. Then building account. Then trade receivable, Vijay and Madhu. Then Anand account, it's me. And then what? Capital account. Say yes. Now boys and girls, can I not say whatever are the opening balances, I am writing it down. So you tell me what is the balance to the cash account? Debit or credit? Debit. Opening balance which side? Debit. So what do I write down? To balance brought down. Can you see to balance brought down? Yes. Similarly, my dear friend, I have got next bank account. What is the nature of the balance? Debit. So opening balance I have written 25,000. Please check the first 5 lines which are kept pending. Now can you please check? Next, inventory of goods. It has got which balance? Debit balance. Opening balance on the debit side. Yes or no? In 11, 12, do you remember when there were opening balances given to you, you were confused. Where do I write down? So the logic goes from the point, what are you handling? Whether it is an asset, liability, income, expense, capital. So if it is asset, it would be having a debit balance. Liability would be having a credit balance. Income will be having a credit balance. Expense will be having a debit balance. And capital will be having credit balance. So accordingly, building will have which balance? So can you see building debit balance? Similarly, trade receivable. Vijay, debit balance. Then my dear friends, what is the next balance? Madhu, again debit balance, to balance brought down. Rasgulla, Anand account will have which balance? Credit balance. Capital will have which balance? credit balance. Do you all agree what we have to do? Now dear students, you have to make the entries whatever we have done. Now can you please go to the original answer which you have already done? We have done this question, right? Question number 9. Please go and check what is the first entry. So purchase to cash to discount. So I will go where? In the purchases debit side. Can you see purchases account debit side? I'll go purchases debit side and I'll write down to cash. Can you see it? Yes. I'll write down to discount. Yes. Agreed. Yes. Where will be the second effect? Cash account credit side and discount account credit side. Do you all agree? Yes. Do you really think that I should solve it? No. If I solve it, you don't become strong. If you want to become strong, you have to practice on your own. So first 5 lines I have already explained. Do not try and copy the journal entries what you have already done. So do it on your own and then I'll show you the answer. That should be fine. So boys and girls, your time starts now. How much time should I give you? I'll be giving, no, not 10 minutes. I'll be giving around 14 minutes or so. But do it properly with all the accounts. So you are asking me to make journal? No, only ledger. So what all you are going to do? Only ledger. Cyber, huh? No, you are going to create all the accounts. Starting के जो 5 line है वो भी all the accounts and after that all the transaction. You are going to post it into the ledger and give me the final balance as per the ledger. Shall I start your time now? Yes. So which all accounts you are going to create? Sorry. Which all accounts you are going to create? Look at the journal entries and let me know. First journal entry was purchase wala. What is the second entry? Received from Vijay and allowed him 20 as discount. So you tell me, are you going to create Vijay account? No. You have already created. Yes or no? In the opening balance. Next, purchase plant from Mukesh, 5,000 and paid 100 as cartridge for bringing the plant to the factory and another 200 as installation charges. So the entry is plant to Mukesh to cash. Say yes or no? Yes. So do you have to create plant account? Yes. Will you have to create Mukesh account? Yes. Will you create cash account? No. Because cash is already created. So similarly you have to figure it out which all new account will get opened. Yes or no? So your time starts now. Cheater cop. Cheater cop. You understand cheater cop? You are a cheater cop. Makad. No, Makadin. मिलो जो तुमको दिल घबराए. Do you want me to put up the songs for you? गाणे लावता येतात का रे? किधर लगाऊंगे? हर्षद किधर? ये किधर लगाते स्वप्निल भाई? उधर से दे. हाँ, अच्छा उनके पास 2 लैपटॉप होते हैं. अच्छा कल से मैं भी लाऊं क्या? ये मेरे को आज पता चला ऐसा होता है कुछ. गोरी है कलाइयाँ. Two minutes over. तुम मास्क क्यों लगाते हो बेटा? जस्ट आस्किंग. कम अगेन. हाँ, थैंक्स फॉर दिस ज्ञान. मैं भी कल से लगा के आऊंगा. एंड व्हाई डू यू वेयर इट? ऐसे ही, थोबड़ा दिखाने जैसा नहीं है। अरे नहीं, कभी मालूम पड़े ना कि कुछ होने वाला तो हमको पहले बता देना भाई। मैं तो कई बार हाथ भी नहीं धोता है, तब धोता है, मतलब खाना खाने के पहले नहीं धोता है। ये कुछ लोग सीक्रेट रखते हैं ना चीज़ें, इनको मालूम पड़ जाती पहले। Rasgullas and rasgullis. वेरी गुड, कीप इट अप। और ऊपर से गिरा। Have you done? So those who are saying that I'll do it in 10 minutes, it is already 10 minutes. Hopeless. Today I have law. Do you have law today? In case you don't have a law, then I would like to leave. I'm having a headache here. I don't know why. So I have word with Ankita. But before going, I'll have to give you homework. तो थोड़ा सह लेंगे, है ना? So I'll tell you what, 14 minutes are to get over, and I was sure that it won't happen before 20 minutes. I was sure about that. 18 minutes in fact. Can you see 18 minutes? Now I wanted it in 20 minutes. नहीं तो मैं भाला फेंक के मारेगा अभी, पहले ही बोल रहा मैं तुमको. हो गया, PDF बना के भेजो ग्रुप पे. Be quick. My goodness, only 1 minute remaining. Done. Good, 2 people have done it. Online live, नलायको जल्दी करो. My goodness, 20 seconds remaining. Oh, 20 minutes over. 3 people have done. 4. Good. Remaining late, Latif. Be fast. Good. In CA, time is essence. Be quick, be fast. Those who have done, send me the PDF on the group. Nandini, send me the PDF, beta. How many of you have done? Good. Remaining 30 मिनट लोगे क्या यार सॉल्व करने को? Okay, now take a small pause. I need to teach you something and then I have to go here. I'm having a headache and it is increasing. Kaushik Patil has done the or once it is done I'll tell you. So let's see. So I want the meaning of this sentence. Everyone's attention now. I cannot give you more time than that. Yaar, come on, it is 22 minutes. Yaar. It's not 11, 12. Hey! Jambe, hua bola na? Phir kya kar raha hai? So I'm saying, I love you. What does that mean? I taught you this. Yes. When? Oh, I already taught you. So I love you means I owe you. Means who is supposed to pay? So that means in my books I am supposed to pay you. You are, whatever your name will become what? My liability. Yes or no? You are my liability. Because when I say I love you, similarly I say I owe you. That is to say, I am going to pay you. Can I not write down the same statement? You are loved by me. Means what? It's also the same sentence. I love you is active voice. Right? And this is one-sided, passive voice. Yes or no? In grammar you have got passive voice, right? Both have got the same meaning. So when I say I owe you, you need to understand who is going to pay whom. So I am going to pay you. So now can you not come down to the question number 10th? Come down to question number 10th. Read it carefully. The following detail or data is given by Mr. S, the owner, with request to compile only the two personal account of Mr. H and Mr. R in his ledger for the month of April 2020. Let's read it again. The following data is given by Mr. S, the owner, so S is the owner, with a request to compile only the two personal account of Mr. H and Mr. R in his ledger for the month of April 2020. So Mr. S owes Mr. R. ऐसा लिखा ना? Mr. S owes Mr. R. So means what? S is supposed to pay R. So we are in whose books? Who is the owner? S. So I am going to create R account. So R will have which balance? Credit balance. It is a liability. So I'll write down by balance brought down. Yes or no? Yes. So first line is clear. Mr. H owes Mr. S. So you tell me, who is supposed to make payment to whom? H to S. Hyderabad to Solapur. Right? So can you tell me, what is Hyderabad here? Asset or a liability? So he's a debtor. So he'll have which balance? Debit balance. Have you all understood how to read it? Yes. Going ahead. R sold goods worth rupees 60,000, 10% trade discount to Mr. S. So R sold. But we are who? S. So for us, what it is? Purchase or sales? Purchase. So what would be my entry? Purchase. Sun raha hu. To what? R. How much? 54,000. Say yes. Have you all understood? Because when R sold, but actually I am S, so R sold, but I purchased, so S purchased, the correct entry is purchased to R. Boys and girls, I hope you have understood. First, second, third. Mr. S sold to Mr. H, goods worth rupees 30,000. Sales. What is the entry? H to sales. Manchar, why don't you speak, beta? ए बाई तोंडानं बोल. हां आता बोलते का पुढे? आईला सांगतो नाही तर जाऊन घरी आहे. धुणी भांडी करायला लावेल घरीच. करते का? नाही मग बोल. फोर्थ, record a purchase of 25,000 net from R, Shanti, which were sold to H at a profit of 15,000. What do you mean by this line? What do you mean by this line? Record purchase of 25,000 from R, which were sold to H at a profit of 15,000. So what did I do? I purchased from R and then I sold to H. So when I purchase from R, my entry is purchase to R. Happy? The amount is how much? 25, 25. And then I sold to whom? So what is my entry? H to sales. Can I have the amount please? 40,000. 40,000. How do you get 40,000? So 25,000 plus 15,000. Good. Mr. S rejected 10% of Mr. R's good on 4th April. So let me explain you what does that mean. So can you see? They are talking about this transaction. There was a printing mistake. No, not the second one. They are talking about which transaction? Yeah. They are talking about second transaction. Huh? So now you tell me, Mr. S rejected 10% of Mr. R's goods of 4th April. What is the entry? For S, what it was? This is the transaction they are returning. So can I not say 4th April ki jagah of second transaction? I have changed the question. So S rejected 10% of Mr. R's goods of second transaction. Agreed? So can I not ask you, R sold 60,000. So I purchased 60,000, but trade discount was how much? 54,000. Now I have to return 10% of the goods. I want you to make me understand 10% of the goods is how much? 5,400 or 6,000? 5,400 or 6,000? Okay, I'll explain your science background. Listen to me. Can you buy this pen from me? What is the cost of this pen? 10 rupees. Okay, you will buy it for how much? No, not 10. You will buy it for 8. Okay, बहुत bargaining कर दी एडी. So you will buy it for what? 8. Can you catch it? Okay, are you sure about it? कोई बात नहीं. It was my fault. So she bought it for how much? 8. Now, did you like that pen? Please check it. अच्छा नहीं मिल रहा. काय त्रास केलाय मी पण. भेटला का? हां. ताई, did you like it? No. You liked it. Then why did you return? Again I'll give. Did you like it? No. So you returned it back. So you tell me how much rupees I should pay you back? 10 or 8? 8. This is common sense. So trade discount is not recorded at the time of purchase. It will not be recorded at the time of purchase return. So for example, when I sold it to you for what? 10. Then when you return it back, again I am supposed to give you what? 10. But suppose if I sold you at 8, the trade discount being rupees 2. So when you will return it back, I will only pay you 8 because that's what you paid me. Yes or no? Yes. Alright, so you will make the entry of 54,000 or 5,400? Can you give me the entry of purchase return? Yes, beta, bolo. छोड़ दिया तेरे को. अरे झंडू बाम थोड़ा सा समझा करना. वो जो सेकेंड 4th ट्रांजेक्शन है उधर चेंज किया ना मैंने ऑफ सेकेंड ट्रांजेक्शन. आई रोट इट फॉर यू ना. इन केस ऑफ 4th ट्रांजेक्शन ही परचेस्ड एंड ही पुट इट टू एच. द गुड्स आर नॉट विथ अस. अब उसको रिटर्न कैसे करेगा तू? झेपला का? तुला वाटतं मी उगाच इकडे येऊन बसलोय म्हणून? नाही, बहुत हुशार है मैं. समझा क्या? आला शेमड़ा इतना पिद्दू गोरी पूछा. इसीलिए मैंने बोला इधर चेंज करो. सेकेंड ट्रांजेक्शन कितना सोच के उसने तकलीफ लेकर बोला 4th को भी है सर, तुमसे मिस्टेक हो गया. नहीं सर, होशियार है बाप है एकदम. सुन. सो व्हाट इज द एंट्री ऑफ परचेस रिटर्न? कैन यू गिव मी द एंट्री? R to purchase return. So can I not say R to purchase return? Next, S issued cash memo. Who is S? Owner. S issued a cash memo of 10,000 to Mr. H, who came personally for this consignment of goods urgently needed by him. Can I understand the meaning of cash memo? Cash memo मतलब sales. कुठे गुडघ्याला बांधून लावत आहे हेच कळत नाही. गुडघा झिजलं आहे, डोकं गेलं आहे, गुडघ्याच्या खाली आहे आता. हाँ, कैश मेमो मतलब नहीं मालूम. ये धंधा करने वाले बच्चे बैठे हैं मेरे पास, बिजनेस करने वाले. ओके, गूगल इट कैश मेमो. काय म्हणतोय? कॅश मेमो. हां हां, बेवडी आहे ताई. ताई बेवडी कळते तुम्हाला. So cash memo, when I search it, I get what? A cash memo is a document that tracks the accounting of receipts and payment. मैं झूठ नहीं बोल रहा है, ये इधर लिखेला है. ताई तुम्ही कुठं वाचलं कॅश सेल? हो, मला पण दाखवता का? म्हणजे मला आत्तापर्यंत वाटत होतं तुम्हीच येडे, तुमचा मोबाईल पण येडा झाला आहे का? बघू मला काय सर्च केलं आहे, मी बघू का? ताई मोबाईल नाही पडायचा तू वर. हां दे. मागच्या वेळेस एक मुलगी पडली होती, दात तुटले तिचे. अबे बंद हो गया. A seller prepares cash memo when goods are sold. When goods are sold against cash, cash memo contains details of goods sold, quantity and rate. What is meant by cash memo? By Jews. Okay. All right. Any which ways, चल तेरी भी बात मान लेते इधर क्योंकि ऐसा लिखा है. But what did we search? Only cash memo and then the transaction which records of the cash receipts and cash payment. So कुल मिलाकर the keyword is whenever the transaction is in cash, you use a cash memo. When the transaction is in cash, you use a cash memo. So now this was very good. Mr. S issued a cash memo. So that is who? S means owner. Issued a cash memo for 10,000. So he must have received what? 10,000. To whom? Mr. H, who came personally for this consignment of goods urgently needed by him. So don't you understand that H is the buyer? He came to us. He said urgente, urgente, urgente. Right? And he bought the goods and he paid cash. Do you understand the meaning of this? I have not understood. What happened? So he came, H to S, paid cash and bought the goods. So in my books, the transaction is cash sales. So what is the entry? Cash. कौन परचेस कौन बोला? कुत्तो झूठ मत बोलो, सच्ची सच्ची बताओ कौन बोला, जल्दी बताओ. जो बोला वो कुत्ता. कोई नहीं बोला तो बात खत्म हो गई. कैश टू सेल्स. अरे साला पलटी मार रहे वे. सो व्हाट इज द एंट्री? कैश टू सेल्स. नाउ कैन आई नॉट से यू बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स, वी आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू ड्रॉ विच अकाउंट? मिस्टर H and Mr. R. So will this entry affect our ledger accounts? No, because it is not affecting either H or R, it being what? Cash transaction. Do you all agree? Can I go ahead? Mr. H cleared half his total dues to S, enjoying 0.5% cash discount. Of the payment received, 20,000 was by check. So I am not going to spoon feed everything. Suppose you have got H account, okay, and in H, for this transaction you have to calculate the balance, and the balance is, let's take an example, 87,000. Okay, now what I do is, of 87,000, now how do you calculate the balance? It is very simple, debit minus credit. 87,000 you divide it into two parts, 50% and 50%. Why? Because they said half of the dues were cleared. So 87,000 into 50%, 43,500. But he said, I want cash discount, CD. CD how much? Let's assume it is 2%. Let's assume 2%. So 43,500 into 2%, it turns out to how much? 870. So he did not pay 870. So my balance is 42,630. And then they say 20,000 was paid by check. सांगा की 20,000 was paid by check. So boys and girls, I'll say the remaining 22,630 was paid by cash. So what you will have to do is, you will have to first calculate the balance. How do you calculate the balance? So you will have H account. So debit minus credit, you will get the H balance. Once you get H balance, what are you going to do? Divide? No, not divide. Divide it into 50%, right? Why? Because half of the dues were settled. यही बोला है ना? अरे हाँ नहीं. Then did he paid all the money or he asked for discount? So I said 2% off. So I said 2% or whatever is the discount given. So that is CD. Then I again divided into two portions because he did not make the whole payment in cash. He made 20,000 in check and the remaining in cash. Now just look at this transaction and let me know how are you going to make the entry. हाई फाई, वेरी गुड मेरा रसगुल्ला. बाकी के बच्चे, तुम तो नोकरी करोगे इनके यहाँ पर, है ना. हाँ बाकी के बच्चे पाणी भरायला जा तुम्ही त्यांच्या घरी. हाँ, व्हाट इज द एंट्री, कम ऑन बी क्विक. कैश, व्हाट इज द अमाउंट, 22,630. देन बैंक 20,000, डिस्काउंट 870, 2H, right, whatever is 43,500. Do you all agree? See kids, I don't believe in spoon feeding. I have explained the same transaction with different figures. Will you be able to do for H? I don't believe in spoon feeding. If you go for spoon feeding, it would be useful in short run, but not in long run. So I am okay to wait. Na? I've got whole time. Tomorrow I can explain it again. But you take your own time to become independent. Don't be dependent on me. So I don't want you to come again to the Prestige Point and enjoy these hopeless toilets. You like going here? No, it's so bad. So I don't want you to come down here again. So once foundation done, enjoy. Then you can only come for think about the intermediate. You don't have to repeat again and again the classes. You getting my point, my whole concept? So I have always believed that once I teach my students, they should go outside in the world, enjoy. And for that, the first and foremost thing is you should become independent. तो ये क्वेश्चन आपको करना पड़ेगा कोशिश, फिर मैं हेल्प करूँगा. So seventh transaction, have you understood? Yes. No, I have not understood. What I have to do? I'll have to calculate the balance. Then divide it into two parts. Why? Because they said half of his dues were settled. So then I am going to give how much? 0.5% cash discount. So then they say cash discount less करने के बाद में remaining 20,000 is paid by check and remaining would be by what? Cash. Of that 50%. Is that okay? Yes. Going ahead. R's total dues less 10,000 held back were cleared by check, enjoying discount of 1,000 on payment made. So now what does that mean? What are you going to do? You are going to calculate R account. What are you going to calculate? R account. Once you have calculated the R account, you will say, I will not pay you 10,000. 10,000 will keep it as pending. Say yes or no. Yes. Remaining balance I'll pay, but I'll take 1,000 discount. Say yes or no. Yes. So suppose if R's balance is 90,000, so I'll not pay 10,000. So what is remaining? 80,000. So I'll pay him how much? 79,000. So my entry would be what? R to cash to discount. Do you all agree? Yes. Everyone agrees on this part? Yes. Alright, so question number 8. Now what is, oh shit, it is so bad. Close H account to record the fact that all but 5,000 was cleared by him by a check because he was declared bankrupt. Now can I ask you, if somebody, लड़को तुमसे पूछ रहा हूँ, if somebody says me, तुम्हें पता है एक दिन ऐश्वर्या मुझे मिली थी. You know who is Aishwarya? Aishwarya Rai. So she said me one day, I love all but Anand. Means what? हाँ यही सही जवाब है. कुछ बच्चों को क्या लगता है कि सिर्फ आनंद से प्यार करती है. नहीं, फिर अभिषेक के साथ थोड़ी जाती. So she said, I love all but Anand. But Anand का मतलब समझ रहे हो? आनंद को छोड़ के सभी से प्यार करती है. तू भाई तू ऐसे किधर क्वेश्चन, उसके लिए ना मैं कुछ भी बोलते रहता है. सो अगर कल को तेरे को कोई बोले ना आई लव यू, नहीं आई लव ऑल बट यू, तो समझ जाना वो तेरे से प्यार नहीं करती है ना. तो झंडू बाम इधर भी ऐसे बोला, क्लोज एच अकाउंट टू रिकॉर्ड द फैक्ट दैट ऑल बट 5,000 वॉज क्लियर्ड बाय हिम. सो हाउ मच वॉज क्लियर्ड बाय हिम? तुम है ना जाके ना ये जलील करके आओगे खुद को. अब भी थोड़ी देर पहले समझा. ऐश्वर्या मुझे बोली आई लव ऑल बट आनंद. तो किससे प्यार नहीं करती? आनंद से. क्लियर ना? वो बाकी सबसे करती है इंक्लूडिंग तुम. वैसे इधर बोला क्लोज एच अकाउंट टू रिकॉर्ड द फैक्ट दैट ऑल बट 5,000 वॉज क्लियर्ड बाय हिम. मतलब कितना क्लियर नहीं किया भाई साहब? 5,000 क्लियर नहीं किया. ए भाई ये अकाउंट्स नाही आहे, इंग्लिश आहे. तुम्ही काय अंडी घालून आला मला काय माहिती. दिस इज इंग्लिश and you all are learning in English. And what am I explaining? All but 5,000 was cleared by him. So 5,000 is not cleared. Remaining balance would be cleared. So what does that mean? Bad debts is 5,000. Remaining I'll get cash. So if I have to explain you here, so the remaining 50% was there, na? 43,500. In this, 5,000 he did not pay. Remaining he gave cash, and it would be how much? 48,500, na? How much? Yeah, 38,500. Do you all agree? इतना नाराज क्यों हो रहा है भाई? हाँ देख रहा है, मतलब इंग्लिश में बैंड बज रही है. मुझे पता ना कितने रुपए दिए उसने, ऑल बट 5,000. हाँ बस, तो 5,000 ये क्या है? बैड डेट्स. वाई बैड डेट? बिकॉज ही वॉज डिक्लेयर्ड बैंकरप्ट. द एंट्री इज कैश, बैड डेट्स 2H. विल यू बी एबल टू डू इट? Next, balance R's account. I think you will be able to do it. वैसे R's account would always be balanced because there was a 10,000 का balance there. Yes or no? कर पाएंगे? Then there is one more question. Oh, question number 8. Can I ask you what is the balance to inventory? Hey, झोपाळ्या. Debit balance. So I'll say inventory opening balance 2, balance brought down 480. Agreed? Purchase debit. Purchase means to bank, either bank आएगा. And purchase of stationery on credit. So here I'll write down 5-star stationery mart. How much? 1280. And by closing inventory 240. Agreed? Now where is the remaining balance gone? You don't sell inventory, you consume inventory. Sorry. Stationery, na? Sorry, inventory, stationery. You don't sell stationery, you consume stationery. Say yes. Yes. So, can I have stationery को कौन सा balance होता है? Opening balance, purchases, right? Closing balance. So, what is the closing balance के बाद में जो बचेगा? What is that? What is that balance which is left after the closing balance? It is consumed. So if I said I had 10 rasgullas, I purchased 2 rasgullas, that is 12. Now I am having 5. That means 7 is what I have consumed. Common sense, na? So beta ji stationery account, when you create it, it is the closing balance will be consumed. Say yes. Have you all understood? So any which ways, you don't have to worry much about ki consumed and all. That we'll study in non-profit making organization, NPO. At this moment, you are only expected to do the ledger account. Is that okay? So which all questions are homework? Question number 9th, I want it to be done. Tomorrow I am going to check it. Yes or no? 10th, 8th. Can I ask you 7th is done or not? Done. 7th is done, sure? Yes. 7th was done. Anything else which I can give you as an homework? Question number 28. Let's see if you will be able to solve it. 28. So tomorrow would be the last date of this topic. Of course, there would be few questions which I am not going to deal right now. We'll deal it in final account. Is that okay? So I'll ask you something before I go further from here. If you don't do homework, what happens? You become weak, okay? The one who is going to do the homework is always going to remain more stronger than you. It doesn't matter whether the homework is correct or wrong. I don't expect you to, know everything. Then why have you joined the classes? So my process is very simple. You commit a mistake, you have a problem, I solve it and then we go ahead. Is that okay? So don't think much about कि my book should look clean and tidy. It's okay to have few scratches, few problems, few cancellations. It's okay. Strike off. वो दिमाग से निकालो 11th, 12th. Now think like a CA. In a CA, the person does it on his own. He should be able to understand and do it on his own. It's okay to commit the mistake. Right? वो बोलता है ना कि अगर भीख दूंगा ना तो only if I teach you how to beg, then what are you going to do? You will never become independent. So if I give you a fish, you will never be independent. But if I teach you fishing, then you become independent. Do you understand that? So my perspective is very simple. I hope you will agree on that and will accordingly behave. So, ठीक है? प्यार से bye bye बोलो. Bye bye. God bless you all. Take care. Khudafis. Lots of love. What happened? 28th is also homework, beta. Okay, that is very easy. It is actually a classification of account. So you need to only do it as per the modern approach.